Hello YouTubes, it's another Tune-Up Tuesday. This week we're working on this CP Rail Livery Bachman GP40, which currently runs like this. So apart from the horrific noise, this actually runs quite nice. I really hope it's not got any cracked gears and it just needs a bit of living and a lot of cleaning. So let's get started. So this one's a little bit strange. On the underside it's blue. Never seen that before. I think that bit's metal. So as I said before, this is a Bachman and it's quite heavy and it really should be a good runner. I mean, it is a good runner, it's just a bit noisy. Can't remember how to take this off, but let's start by removing this weight. What now? Does that come off? Oh, this is very similar to the Fix It Friday one I did, the Bachman, the blue Pennsylvania Railroad with its little, I think that is the live going to the bulb at the front, I think. So can I remember how to get it off? Oh, I think it just pulls apart. Give it a wee shake. Let's put it on my spongy thing. Come on. Oh yeah, this is almost identical to that blue one that I did last week. Let's see, why is this yellow? This was the same as the blue one as well. It's almost like it's been resprayed, I guess. The mould was done in yellow plastic and then they spray it. Okay, let's continue. I do like how these are completely covered though. It makes it easy to add wiring for lights, for LEDs, maybe even DCC, but we'll see what happens further down the line. Okay, what we do first, let's get the trucks out, which is pretty easy now that I know how to do this. You basically push these pins out. Now you notice this pin at the front is longer than the one at the back. And as was pointed out to me, that is because the shell is wider at the front than it is at the back. So you wouldn't have enough room at the back for the longer pin. Okay, so all we have to do is push out that pin. The truck. Oh, this is cool. Look, metal gear. That's nice. I tell you what, it's bone dry. That would explain why it's quite so noisy. This is nice. This is different again because there's your contacts, which obviously make connection to either positive or negative and positive, either way. So it doesn't really matter which way around this goes because this pickup is always going to be on this side no matter which way you turn it. The problem I had last week was this one was swapped with this one, round like that. So that pickup had been reversed over to there. Anyway, it was going backwards, but this one isn't going backwards. So as long as I put this back in the same way I took it out, or back in there, same with that one, we should be fine. So I'm going to take this apart, clean it, take that one apart, clean it, lube it and put it back in because I don't think we have to take the top apart, although I would like to get into the commutator, clean that up, and also there's a gear down there that I would like access to lube that. So yeah, clean this, and then I'll see you when we're doing the top bit. Well, that's my wheels all nice and clean. All my gears are all lubed up. I still can't believe there's not a single drip of lubricant or oil on anything. And also the fact that it's got metal gears. So it should actually run really good once it's all reassembled. Now, I'm not putting these back in the chassis yet because those gears are going to be a wee bit tricky to try and put in and push up. And also I want to make sure that the worm gear is clean. So let us swap these around. And we're going to take the top section of this frame off. Oh, I'll tell you what I'll do first actually. I'm just going to clean these metal plates where those little pickups touch against. Get the best possible connection. They're not exactly dirty, but better safe than sorry. A little bit dirty. Certainly not oil dirt, I'll tell you that. Okay, let's remove this top metal section. This is again quite neat. The only wires connecting this are going to the lights. This is nice. Right, motor, do I have access to the commutator? I think I'll need to take this out. And I do believe it just lifts out. Yep. You've got this connection at the bottom that goes to that plate there. And the connection at the top I found can be a wee bit tricky because I think it actually makes its electrical connection through that brass end piece, which sits on this part of the frame. So I'll just give that a bit of a clean up. Commutator access, I need to take these out. This is going to be a wee bit tricky. Because I need to remove, you see these tiny little springs? Let's see. The brushes are in there. If I lift this spring out, okay, there's a tiny little spring here, right, which is kind of holding the brush in. If I just make sure I don't let this spring away. Okay, and there's a little slot that goes through there, which is also holding the brush in. But in order to get access to the commutator, I need to take this section off, which is held in with a little Phillips screw. Put that somewhere safe. And then this plate here comes off. I'm not going to bother taking that spring section out, as long as I remember to put the small section through that slot. And that holds the brush, as you can see. So we'll just keep that in there. The brush looks fine. Might give it a little wipe, but let's not go crazy. So now we've got access to the commutator to clean that up. I'm not going to bother taking the other side off, there's no point. I can just spin the commutator around to clean it. But I do need to make sure that, as usual, there's little grooves in here in the commutator that need to be cleaned as well. Get in there with a Q-tip. Really want this as clean as possible. I just still maintain that this is the most important part of your motor. This is this connection, electrical connection from your brushes to your commutator. And I just need a very sharp little toothpick to get in there to clean the grooves. And I know you think toothpicks are already sharp, but they're not actually sharp enough. Oh, that's what you get when you buy budget toothpicks from dollar store. Okay. I know it doesn't seem like much, but that tiny bit of dirt is all it takes for your loco to run like crap. Okay, let me reassemble that little plate and put a little bit of lube in either side of this, and I think the motor will be good to go. Let's see if I can remember how this goes back in. I'm going to try putting that tiny bit of spring there into this slot with the brush inside. And it's got to go the right way round because it's curved. I'll try it this way for now. Let's see, so that would have to go there. Nope, that's not right. So I think it goes, yeah. So this has to go in this way because that little spring has to reach around, go through that slot, and the big one has to come round and hook over there. Okay. So the question is, does this go on and then this bit on top? I think so. Right. So let's get brush, curved bit in that way. I know this is a difficult way to do it. I just don't want to take that screw out because guaranteed that spring will ping across the floor and we will never see it again. So let's slot that smaller side of the spring into the top of that little groove. Like that. Put that down. So the spring is definitely holding the brush in place at the moment. So that goes in there. This plate goes on this way. Let's put the screw through it first. Make life a tiny bit easier. So that's going to go on there. Then we can screw that down. Like so, and then we curve this bit of the spring round and it goes over that little hook. Let's use the tweezers for that. Like so. Did you catch all that? Okay, it still spins, lovely. Brush should have relocated itself. A little drip of oil in here, a little drip of oil in there. That looks clean. Let's reassemble. Actually, before we reassemble, this is dry as a bone. Let's get this out and give it a bit of a lube. Make sure it's clean. I think it is pretty clean, but this will slide out, no doubt. Yeah, it's got a couple of square holders at either side that are refusing to come out in a straight line. Come on. like so. So I think I'll try and keep them in place. Again, just a little squirt of oil along the shaft, one there, because that's going to spin like that, but the square bit's going to stay in place. A little squidge of oil in there. So that's lubed up. Need to put some lube in the top. I tell you what, let's leave that to the side for now. This little universal jointy thing at that side. We'll do the same with the other side, because I want to put the trucks in and then we can lube up the worm gears with those metal gears. We can pop these in the top. No, we can't. Yes, we can. Okay, let's get the trucks back in. Make sure we've got them the right way around. So I can, yeah, I can pop the gears in for now. Just makes it access a bit easier. Tell you what, let's put some lube in there first. I just feel because they're metal, they can take quite a lot of lube. And possibly need quite a lot of lube, being metal and all that. Plop that in there. Stick it up here. And put in the pin. And this is the front, so it's a longer pin. Through the truck, through the gear. And out the other side. Okay, one down. Actually, I tell you what, we'll put this back in for now as well. And that's that side completely taken care of. Lovely. Even more lube in the bottom gear. Right, other side. Truck. Let's give this a bit of a wipe up. Clean as you go. Gear. Lube. Plop you in there. Up there. Shorter pin at the back. Through the side. And out the other side. Where did that dirt come from? Goodness. Slide you in there. It's a bit of a tight fit. Look, the worm gear. Excellent. Right, let's get the motor back in. That side goes down the way to make contact with that metal plate. There. But obviously we need to get the little coupler things, universal joint things. And more lube. Can you guess what the word of the day is? So the lube is obviously going to help keep things nice and lubricated, but it will also help keep these little joiny, universal joiny things in place while we put the motor in, or not. Yeah, something, oh my goodness. Behave. Now you stay there. Get the other one in. Right, now we can drop the motor in. Now let's just carry on with this whole lubing addiction I seem to have. Right, now you can go. Oh, one more thing. I forgot to clean that brass thing, didn't I? Brass collar, we'll call it. Okay, right, motor in. So he has to slide in that slot there for the little drive shaft. And he's got one at the back to slide in. Okay, I think we are in place. Okay, I'm going to take my sweaty gloves off now. Put the lid back on now. Yep, just checking for spare parts lying about. All we've got is the 4 screws to hold this on. And again, if this one behaves, it will get LED lighting. And if it really behaves, it might even get a DCC decoder. But let's not count our chickens. I think we're good, and I'm feeling so confident. I'm just going to put the top back on because I think we've done everything right this time. Ooh, nice big solid click. Trucks are turning, all my contacts are in the right place. Time to hit the track. Wait a second, we've forgotten something. We've forgotten the weight. I seem to be missing a screw. Oh, here it is. Yep, I'm so confident that this is going to work that I'm just going to go straight for it. Full reassembly. Well, it does seem to be bulging a bit at the sides. Maybe not. Right, track. So this may need a couple of laps to circulate all the lube. So don't expect it to be totally perfect, although I'm kind of secretly hoping for perfection. Let's find out. It's a little bit quieter, but still not as silent as I would like. As I say, we'll give it a couple of laps. 1 lap down, still not really quieter, more power. That's not as quiet as it should be, especially with all that lube. I'm going to run it in reverse for a few laps, run it forward again, and I'll bring you back, hopefully, when it's nice and quiet. So I had a sneaking suspicion that all that noise was basically just vibrating through the shell. So I've removed the shell. So it's still not the quietest of motors, but it's definitely been amplified by the shell. Which is a shame, because it's running really nice. Not as nice as like an Athearn, but not bad, not bad. Let's bring it back. So leave a comment, let me know what you can put inside the shell just to dampen that sound a little bit, because it does run nice, but the sound is deafening. Anyway, for now, we're going to hook it up to some freight, run it around the track, and I'll see you in the next video, which may be a layout scenic video during the week, or Fix It Friday. See you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.